Hello and welcome back to Inside Quotes, the show where my brother and I rewatch, review, and relive the staples of our childhood. This is episode 137, I believe. 38? Nope. What is it? 37? I'm about to figure this out.
I don't know either.
We are at episode 137. I was correct. And I'm your host, Jeremy, and with me today is my older brother, Jonathan. Jonathan, welcome back to the show.
Quack, quack, everybody. It's great to be back on Inside Quotes. We're talking about the movies we covered last year, but ultimately, I'm really just focused on planning a wedding right now. It's really what's going on.
Yeah, 2026 is going to be crazy for you, listener, and for mostly us, and really mostly Jonathan. Yeah, he's got big plans this year. He's getting married, and I will be at that wedding as well.
You will. You'll be the best man.
Yeah. Happy
Wouldn't
to
it
be
have been
here.
crazy if I just revealed that on air?
Oh! For real? I've already got my suits. I was wondering what that suit fitting was for, Jonathan. Yeah, so this is going to be a big... If you followed us from day one, you have seen us in our most pathetic states. But now we've found
Was that
the
Kentucky
women
or
that
Florida?
make us better.
Or which states are you talking about?
The states? Oh, that's true. Well, we've both lived in 3 states.
Now you're in Tennessee, you know?
Yeah, I've lived in 3 states since this episode.
Well, you know what,
I started
Jeremy?
in Kentucky, but...
You're the only 10 I see.
Oh. Okay, now that y'all are utterly confused, this is episode 137 and the first episode of the year. And what we do with our first episode of the year, just like the Oscars, we like to do our own Staple Awards 2025. Well, it's 2026, but that's how that works in the Oscars.
Yeah.
So we go over all of the movies that we covered last year, 16 of the movies that we did last year, because that's how many we've done. And that number I feel like the number changes every year based on how busy we are.
Mhm.
And it's also year 5, and we're going into our 6th year doing this. And I'm proud of us for keeping it going, Jonathan.
Yeah.
We
When
might
life
not
gets
be
busy.
on the shorthand consistent, but in the long run, we're consistent. I mean,
That's true.
137 episodes.
Mhm.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
So
Most people would
Here-
have given up by now.
I know, and what's funny is that we haven't even gone through half of our childhood movies, and they
That's the
keep
trouble.
making them
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And before we get into that, we've got multiple different categories, and you listeners, if you follow us on our Instagram, have voted in a bracket formation on what is the stapliest picture. And Jeremy, what do you mean by stapliest picture, you might be asking? The stapliest means it's a staple of our childhood, it's a staple of pop culture, it is the staple, but all of our movies are staples. So how do we set ourselves above that? The stapliest,
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at. Stapliest picture is basically the best picture in the Oscars. Only these movies
Yeah.
came out in a range of 30 to 40 years, I think. So maybe one of these movies is getting their due time. Due time. I don't know. But we do have some more announcements for this next year. We've been wanting to... Our lives are getting busier, and we think that moving away from being less consistent and doing less for the podcast is not the answer. Because, we want to be a well-oiled machine, not a rusty bucket. And we want it to be enjoyable for y'all as well. And obviously we're not going to quit because we're not even done going over all of our movies. And we love doing this. And it's like a journal for our brotherhood as well. But we are maybe looking into some changes for 2026. And it might just be experimental. We'll just say that. And if you guys hate it, just let us know. And we'll probably still do it. Or just not do it. Or it might just fizzle out on its own. Who knows? But um, yeah, we've got a couple of ideas that we might run by you guys, and by running by you guys, it's saying we're just gonna do it, and then hopefully you guys will follow along. Uh, we thought about starting an Inside Quotes book club.
Huh?
Whoa, that's great. Uh, Jonathan, me and you aren't necessarily huge readers. We don't read on our own time as much as we can because, life gets in the way and we are all very busy. But I've been wanting to do more reading lately because we were recently in a snowstorm in Tennessee and we had no power for 5 days and it was getting really cold and we had to do something besides find firewood. And I read 2 books. They were small books. They were the first 2 Narnia books. And I was like, man, I miss reading so much. And we have so many books. And our mom was a librarian, and we grew up in a library. And I feel like that's a huge part of our childhood that we can express into this project that we call Inside Quotes. So, how do we tie in books with movies? Like, most movie people don't like books. Well, most of our favorite movies are from books. We've got Narnia, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Lord of the Rings,
Holes?
Hunger Games, Holes. Dude, Holes is so good. Tale of Despero, even How to Train Your Dragon is something I haven't read, but it's good. There's bad movies like Inkheart, Aragon, where you might still do those. Who knows? Pride and Prejudice is a good one. I would
Don't
do.
even get you started on Redwall.
Dude, Redwall. Oh, it's not even a movie yet, but we might do it. So basically, if you guys are interested in reading some good old-fashioned literature for young adults, but also I do kind of want to dive into some classics like Pride and Prejudice or Count of Monte Cristo. That would be an awesome one to do. Those are lengthy books. We still plan to do 1 episode for a movie per month, but this is sort of like a sub-series of podcast. So we're going to try and do weekly episodes, and depending on how big the book is or small the book is, we will be going through chunks of each book per week. And once we finish that book, we will cover the movie as a regular Inside Quotes episode. But let's say we're doing Narnia and we can finish it in like a day. We'll do that at the end of the month, and that's the month's movie. Or if we're doing something big like Aragon, it'll take us a couple weeks, 3 weeks max. Just kidding. We'll probably do like 3 to 10 chapters sections, and it might take us a couple months to do, but once we're done with that, we will cover that movie. In the meantime, in those long books and movies, we'll cover our own classic movies that we've been doing for 5 years already. So that part's not going away. So, like next week, our first one's going to be Miracle. So that'll be good. A hockey movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm talking a lot now. So, Jonathan, what do you think? Are you excited for this or
Yeah,
scared?
I was gonna see if you wanted to know my thoughts on all this,
Yeah.
So what this will look like is just we're still going to do the movie episodes, but in between we might drop some more like book related ones. But really, this is just like an experimentation year. Like we would just want to try out some different things and just be more consistent. And like we're also like we've been doing the video for YouTube. So we've kind of thought about doing like video essay type stuff.
Yeah.
Just other options besides just the audio podcast. But also we love the audio podcast, and
That's
honestly
our first
prefer
love.
that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just going to try some different things because ultimately, like we've been doing this for a while. Our lives are getting kind of busy, and honestly, we would like it to grow a little bit more than where it's been at.
Yeah. It's just sort of been like a side project for us this whole time. And I mean, at the end of the day, if we're the only 2 people listening to this, we're happy. because this is a journal for us in our childhood and our brotherhood. But we do want to appeal to an audience that understands us instead of us understanding each other, which is
Yeah.
big.
So, I mean, if there are, you know, I mean, still send us your suggestions for movies. If you've got any like books from your childhood that you like that we could talk about, and even like TV shows or things like that. Like we might even do if there's like some new show out, we could do kind of like weekly,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, episodes,
Eventually,
just recaps. You know.
I would love to eventually get into the groove of this, and then by the time this Harry Potter show comes out in a couple years, do like an episode to chapter
Yeah.
side by side, and I think that'd be really cool. As long as it turns out good. I hope it turns out good.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll talk about
But that's okay. We do bad and the good on this show, clearly. What else is there, Jonathan? What else is there?
Well, something we've talked about, we don't have a whole lot of details on it yet, but I was on TikTok and I saw this video about this website called like Fantasy Box Office. And it's basically like a fantasy league, but you get to pick, like you're a movie studio and you get to pick, like you're trying to pick the movies that are going to make the most money and compete against friends. And so you get to pick like which ones you think are going to be hits, which ones are going to be bombs. I think there's even like a sabotage feature to the game. So me and
Okay.
Jeremy are going to try it. And if you're interested, listener, of wanting to join
All
the
those
Inside
letterbox
Quotes
heads.
Fantasy League, yeah. I mean, if you're on Letterboxd, this is for you, for sure.
It really is. I'm
So-
surprised Letterboxd doesn't have its own
Mhm.
fantasy section, because this is going to be big, I believe.
Yeah. So you can message us on Instagram. We might even put a link to it, like to our league, in the show notes. But also, me and Jeremy might just try it out and see if it's even worth doing, because the website is
Yeah.
kind of
It's pretty janky. But I think there's other things other companies that are doing like an app.
Yeah.
I've seen.
So-
So we'll
But it
we'll
looks like a
experiment with
fun
it.
thing. Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
can kind of talk about the movies that come out throughout the year. So,
Yeah. All the duds.
so we just want to try some things. We still want to have fun with it, but you
Yeah.
know.
I feel
Yeah.
fresh this year. The 2026 is going to be great. It's
Mhm.
already February, but we always take January off.
Yeah, it's always the Staple Awards. It takes so much time to prep, and so much thought, and so.
Yeah.
But really, what it is we just kind of after the holidays, it takes a minute to kind of get back into the swing of things. So,
Yeah, and we like to do our yearly prep too, without
not to mention,
editing and stuff.
yeah, that winter storm that Jeremy experienced,
Dude.
was without power for like a whole week.
A week. I saw my breath in the house. It was crazy growing up in Florida and then going to that. That's a bad experience. Makes me want to go back to Florida, kind of.
Yeah. You want to go camping soon?
I do. Always want to go camping. I think me and Abby are planning a backpacking trip this year, so that should be fun. Maybe we'll do Lord of the Rings. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
That would take
with
forever.
that, I guess we should get into the Staple Awards, but we'll hope you'll join us for 2026 on the new, I don't know,
New
experimentation.
ventures.
Yeah.
New adventures with Inside Quotes.
Besides, it's not about the destination, it's the journey, right?
And we don't stop believing on this show.
All
we
right.
won't go our separate ways.
Should we do an episode on the Stranger Things finale? I feel like that moment's has passed, but
I don't think so. I think it's okay.
Okay. Well,
If people
Are
want
you
us to start a separate Stranger Things watch through podcast, we might do that. But I don't want to do that.
I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah. We'll just give a little blurb. Basically, the ending was okay for me. It fixed it, but season 5 made me hate the rest of the show.
Yeah, season 5 wasn't great.
I remember its peak
writing-
being like 3 and 4.
4 was so good.
It was
Like,
so good.
I was losing interest after 3, and then 4 came on. I was like, I'm back in it.
Yeah.
This is like as good as the first season. And then like 5 was just the writing was so
It made it
cringy.
seem like the other seasons were bad. It made me
Yeah.
like gaslit me
yeah.
for a little bit. It was actually just Mr. What's-It telling me it was bad. But
It had good moments. Season 5 had good moments, but overall,
Yeah.
like I was like, what is happening here? Do I like this?
is this a Hallmark movie? What is
The
this on
dialogue
Tubi?
was just so bad. And I could not take, like, this is just the ranting now. Like, they had to explain everything with some kind of analogy or metaphor. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? You lost me.
This right here.
Mhm.
Okay. This is the wormhole. And this Lego piece right here, that's Vecna. We have to get him in the wormhole for good.
You got to make it more like 80s references.
That's right.
So you're like, okay, so here's ET, all right, and here's a toilet. And though ET has to poop in the toilet.
At the meantime, we have to get him to drink a pitcher of Tang.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an 80s thing or not. Oh, it's
I
just
don't
like
know.
a dad thing.
The new
Anyways.
Coke.
New Coke.
On with the Staple
Okay.
Awards.
To the Staple Awards now that we're 15 minutes into this. Okay. Staple Awards. Welcome. Wait, I feel like we should change or something.
I
Never
don't
mind.
have like a tuxedo T-shirt or anything.
Yeah, I'm good. It's weird transitioning into a pomp and circumstance situation, but welcome to the 2025 Staple Awards. If you noticed, I only had 2 A's, so it says awards
Weirds.
on my little marquee sign. So we should start out with all of our movies that we've covered in order. This year, we started out A for Atlantis, B for Wall-E. No, so we started out, we did Atlantis, The Lost Empire. We did Wall-E. We did Tarzan. We did The Big Green, Nacho Libre, How to Train Your Dragon, National Treasure 2, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, a new movie, Fantastic Four, First Steps, that just came out last year, Hercules, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, our Halloween episode was Gremlins, then we did Apollo 13, then we did Bean, like as in Mr. Bean, the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and then we did, for Christmas, we did Santa Claus 2 and Christmas with the Cranks. A double feature for Tim Allen. And then our categories, Jonathan, if you want to read those off.
Well, we've got Best Animation. We've got Funniest Staple. Most Rewatchable Movie. We've got an award for Best Acting and Best Voice Acting. Most Heart. Worst Movie of the Year. Sense of Adventure Award. Best Music Soundtrack. Best Musical Score. The Chicken Joe Award. Best Villain. And then, if you've been following us on Instagram, you've been participating in the polls, we've got the Stapliest Picture Award. And so that part of that is the listener's choice. They get a vote, I get a vote, and you get a vote. Between all three of us, we choose the Stapliest Picture of the year for Inside Quotes. So that'll be the finale.
Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
Best Don Notes ever.
Ever.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and kick it off with category number 1, Best Animation. Okay, Jonathan. So our nominees for Best Animation are, once I pull up the list, Best Animation, our nominees are Atlantis, Wall-E, Tarzan, How to Train Your Dragon, and Hercules.
Some good,
All of these.
good picks.
Most of these are Disney. One is DreamWorks. All of these are bangers in the animation field.
Mm-hmm.
Hercules got a little experimental with that dragon.
Forgot about that, yeah. They started
that might tear it down a little bit.
the CG stuff, yeah. Well,
But
and
sometimes-
Atlantis, too, was the hybrid, right? A little bit?
Yeah, but they made it look really good. It was
No,
a couple years
it
later.
looked great.
Yeah.
It was like Atlantis and like Treasure Planet that kind of had that like hybrid
Yeah.
kind of look.
Even Brother Bear had that for a little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I liked it. I loved the hybrid era.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best to ever do it was actually DreamWorks in Prince of Egypt.
That was good. Yeah.
That was really good. Okay.
But it's not nominated.
It's what? Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. So
Go back to like 2021 when we covered that one.
yeah, good episode.
Well, shall we read off the winner?
The winner of Best Animation is Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Okay. Put on your Sunday clothes because Wall-E is the best animated feature. Wall-E is just so deserving because it's so... I mean, it's a space movie. Everybody loves that. It just makes you fall in love with the character. But the visuals are so familiar yet dystopian at the same time. It invented new things to animate that we could lash our brains onto. And I think it's so beautiful. They made Eve look like an Apple Magic Mouse.
Basically.
And I love that as an homage to Steve Jobs because he's kind of started Pixar. And it's kind of unfair because that's our only 3D. Oh, no. I guess How to Train Your Dragon was 3D animated. But most of them. And we're also. That's saying a lot because we're huge 2D animation fans. Tarzan is so colorful and so good. Hercules is still good.
Yeah.
Atlantis. But I feel like Wall-E is just overall best executed.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to make a 3D animated movie look good. There's really bad ones. And this one just looks great. So. Jonathan.
All right.
Next category.
Next category is funniest staple. So this is the funniest movie that we covered in 2025. Here are the nominees: Santa Claus 2, Being the Movie, Nacho Libre, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and The Big Green. Funny movies.
I'm torn between two here because Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a really good, well-written, every situation is hilarious.
True.
Just
That's
overall, it's so funny.
And relatable. As
Yes,
a former
very-
wimpy kid myself.
Yes. As a former cheese touch victim.
Yeah.
As a former Rowley type. A little too close to home. But I would say
I had forgotten how funny that movie was too.
It really
when
was
I rewatched
good.
it.
It's a good... if you're in a bad mood that day, watch that movie and it'll make you feel so much better. However, I do feel like... Okay, so Big Green's really good. Really, really funny. If you haven't seen that, it's underrated. Just a 90s soccer movie. Classic sports cinematic universe.
Mr. Bean is good too, but it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. And a lot of our female demographic is creeped out by Dr. Bean. And I just don't get that. He's quiet. It's like he's bringing silent comedy into a sound movie. I don't know. He's great, but this, I would venture to say, Bean isn't even Mr. Bean's best work.
That's true. Yeah.
So
I'd much rather watch the show.
We won't let that slide.
Yeah.
Santa Claus 2 is a classic. Tim Allen, so funny. But I feel like the obvious answer and winner of this category is
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre. Dude, you can't even be mad at us for choosing that. It's the most quotable. Probably, if we were to have a counter, if we had an analyst watch us watching the movie, he would do a tally of how many times we've busted out laughing. And this would have the quantitative laugh factor. I feel like there's so many funny lines.
A laugh per
in this.
second.
Laugh per second, yeah. Highest average.
Mm-hmm.
It's the funniest movie that we may have ever done. I feel like it's so widely loved. Jack Black kills that role.
And it's not also like jokes. Like there's good themes to the movie too.
It's really
that are, like,
sweet. It's got a lot of heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, might have the most heart. We'll see.
It's a clear winner though for me.
It is. Get that going out of my face. Just that was my text tone for years. I got called Chancho at camp sometimes, and I still loved it, even though it was a fat joke. So funny.
You're like trying to convince yourself, oh no, they're just quoting the movie. Like, it's not
Yeah,
about me. Like,
it's just
they
a movie.
yeah. All right.
Yeah. So Nacho Libre wins that, probably with a landslide, unfortunately. Fortunately. All right, next category is the most rewatchable. Now, this is a category that me and Jonathan value a lot. I feel like rewatchability is a huge factor in our letterbox scores because what good is a movie if it's a one-time watch? There's some really good movies that are one-time watches that I can't watch again. But throw it on with a group of friends at a party, at a sleepover, you're just like, this is so good. I'm going to watch this tomorrow if I can. Our nominees for the most rewatchable are National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets, Nacho Libre, Tarzan, and Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Did we write that? Yeah, we did write that. Yeah. Wall-E's just good as like a background movie because the score is so nice. The character, there's not a lot of talking in it, so you can like focus on other things while watching it. So that's a good rewatchability thing too. Tarzan is just so exciting and adventurous. We've got Nacho Libre, which is just so funny, and it's an overall well-loved movie. Probably objectively the most well-loved across America on our list. Probably not, because there's a lot of Disney movies here. And then there's National Treasure 2, which is just so exciting and exhilarating.
Yeah. And I would say we have a National Treasure bias. Like
we definitely do.
We do love those movies.
I don't know what you're talking about. Got this mug at the National Archives. Even the National Archives is selling knockoff National Treasure merch. And I love it.
Well, which one did you go with?
Maybe the one with the bias?
Yeah.
I mean, they went inside of Mount
Treasure
Rushmore. Homie broke into the Queen of England's desk. She could have been changing, bro. Also, this mug, my coffee's not hot enough yet, but it's not going to get hotter. I guess I'd realize it's not hot enough yet. It used to be hotter, and you used to be able to see the Declaration of Independence. It's pretty cool, but maybe another time. Go watch our National Treasure 2 episode. Debut episode. So maybe that episode's rewatchable too. I hope so.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it's obvious. National Treasure 2 is just so good. It's almost just as good as the first one, and that's rare. Good score, good everything all around.
Fingers crossed Cage. For a third movie, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe they'll retcon the Book of Secrets. I mean, not the Book of Secrets, the TV show.
The TV show
they did. I kind of liked it. It was bad, but I kind of liked it.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want it more than National Treasure 3, though. So
no, not at all. And with Ben Gates not being in it,
it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of best acting,
the nominees are Jack Black in Nacho Libre, Devin Bostic as Roderick in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Tom Hanks as Jim Lovell in Apollo 13, and Rowan Atkinson as Bean in Mr. Bean.
Okay.
Actually,
I really feel like we should put Nick
Bean.
Cage in this now.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
When he's in Buckingham Palace having an argument with
wrong
Abigail
about
Gates.
this. Wrong about Thomas Gates on the little Bobbies.
You went to call the Bobbies on me.
Oh, here's the mug. I did pour a fresh little refill in.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we won't put him in there. If anybody in that movie's going to get best acting, it's probably going to be Ed Harris. So.
True. He did a good job.
He's so good. Very convincing. Or whoever the guy that played Lincoln. Whip. Okay, Jonathan, I feel like in this movie, Jack Black plays himself, but as a pro wrestler monk. And I feel like that's good, but it's not necessarily best acting. That wasn't much of a challenge because it looked like he was just having fun. Let's go with Roderick. Roderick convinced us he was the villain and the protagonist the whole time.
Yeah.
He seems like he's been an older brother for decades.
I feel like any scene he's in, he kind of steals the
He
show.
steals the show. Yep. And it's not even just his character, it's his performance. Because in the book, which I guess we could cover Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That would be kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. In the books, he's just sort of a mean character. But like this one, you see more depth in his character as a mean person. Like you can see him finesse his whole family
Mhm.
in the school system and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's very good. Underrated pick, honestly. I think well, I'll just see what the note says. Then we've got Tom Hanks in Apollo 13. Dude, I feel like because it was a real thing, I can't imagine Jim Lovell's face anymore.
Yeah.
Not being Tom Hanks. Like I went to the Smithsonian, I saw the artifacts from the movie, and there weren't actually artifacts from a lot of the artifacts, but yeah, I just saw Ed Harris and Tom Hanks and everybody in that movie. It just seemed like it was just like, welcome back to the vlog. We're still stuck in space. Hopefully we'll be home soon. It just felt so real. So that's another huge point. And then Rowan Atkinson knows how to make you laugh without saying a word.
I think he is one of the best comedic actors, just like physical comedy. I mean, it is that's why he's nominated.
Yeah.
But we could only go with one, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Who do we go with?
Okay. The best acting in this list, in this nomination, the best acting award goes to Devin Bostic playing Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That one felt weird to say, but yeah.
No, but listen, and we talked about it on the episode though. Like his acting was so good and so convincing and so loved that it generated the hashtag not my Roderick when they made sequels without him.
We didn't even talk about this in this episode.
I mean,
that's so right.
I think he's deserving.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I think he's gotten it before for Castaway.
I think he's gotten real awards, so he's
gotten actual awards. Devin Bostic, what has he been in? Oppenheimer? Pff, yeah. He's getting up there. He's a good actor. He's scary. He's got range. So we're going with Roderick as a biased brother and younger brother duo. We know. We really relate to that, even though Jonathan was not really mean to me growing up.
Well, let's continue on with best voice acting. A little separate category with the voice actors from the animated movies we've covered. Here are the nominees. We've got Michael J. Fox for his role as Milo in Atlantis.
Yes.
We've got Rosie O'Donnell, her performance as Turk in Tarzan. Jay Baruchel from How to Train Your Dragon. James Woods, Hades, Hercules. And Jim Varney as Cookie from Atlantis. So we had 2 Atlantis nominations, but I'll be honest, I just wanted to nominate Jim Varney because I love him.
Yeah. Oh, he always adds a little sugar and spice. He's a really funny character, and he knows how to deliver that. Wow, that's good. Voice acting, Michael J. Fox, I want to put out there because not only is he a famous actor from the past, he is a big actor in the voice industry because he's also the voice of Stuart Little, and he owns that. Yeah. And he has such a distinct voice, yet it blends into his characters every time. Like, I forgot that he was the voice of Milo in Atlantis, and I feel like that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's hard to do when you have such a distinct voice, yet you blend in with your character. So, props to him. Rosie O'Donnell, iconic as Turk.
Yeah.
She made me believe that it was her playing a boy Turk because I thought Turk was a boy this whole time. Because like when I was a kid, I didn't have any like friends that were girls. What?
Yeah.
And Tarzan, turns out Turk is a girl, and that blew my mind.
Yeah.
So just a little switch up there. You know, that was pretty impressive, Rosie. Um, let's go with Jay Baruchel. Jay Baruchel from How to Train Your Dragon. He's really good. His voice acting was so good that it made the remake people disappointed with this new actor because he just didn't sound as good as him. You know, I feel like he did a good job already.
Yeah, he was good. He was.
But just wasn't as much hiccup. You know.
Yeah.
So
I felt like he just owned the role, but he was also just kind of playing himself.
he was playing everything he does. Yeah, kind of like Jack Black, but
Yeah.
So for that, we'll move on. James Woods, legendary comedian from the past, turned Disney voice actor. He's done some of the roles of our past, like the hedgehog porcupine from Surf's Up, our first ever episode we did on this podcast.
Yeah.
He's done Recess, School's Out, the
Yeah.
most crazily shocking movie that I've cried at. That's the craziest on my cry list. Good villain. He plays a really good villain. And then he plays Hades. He might have played other things too, but those what comes up to my mind.
Yeah,
and
he's got an
takes
iconic, like, distinctive voice. Like when you hear him in something, like, oh, I know exactly who that is.
Yeah. And I feel like choosing him to play Hades is cool because, like, he's just like funny, and I feel like villains aren't ever funny, and I think that's great because it gives you another depth of hatred. You're like, man, this guy's funny. Also, he's literally Satan. Guy. He's just, he's good. He's funny.
This just in, he was also the evil Falcon in Stuart Little 2.
That's right. Dude, the Falcon was good. It all boils down to Stuart Little, these voice acting.
We haven't talked about Stuart Little yet.
Bro, we
might have
gotta
to
do Stuart Little.
get those going. Okay, well,
Rhyming things with Stuart Little.
I think we've already made our decision here.
I believe so. Jonathan, read the envelope.
The winner is James Woods.
Woo! Yeah. You can't.
He just made the role his own, and it's one that he's like owned past this movie. Like he will voice the character in the TV shows or the, video games, anything. Like he loved the character. He's continued on, and it wouldn't be the same without him. So
his brother is not doing it for him, unlike Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Although that is a kind of a cool move. If you're too busy, like, you might as well give your brother a job. I hope you do that to me someday when you get famous.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me voice your GameCube games.
Okay.
Yeah. So
give me your best quack quack, Jeremy.
Quack quack. I don't think I've ever said that on this podcast.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jeremy, what's the next category on our list?
You know what we should do? If we ever cover Freaky Friday, we should switch roles. And I'll say quack quack and you do the intro. And we'll be Jeremy and Jonathan.
Okay. A little podcast planning behind the scenes.
Listeners, if you want us to do Freaky Friday, hit us up. Okay. Next category is movie with the most heart. And that's kind of an obscure category, but when you have a kids movie podcast like us, you got to give the kids somebody to love and some reason to move on with the plot and to follow along and be super invested. And I feel like there's a lot of characters in our 16 movies that we did this year that showcase heart, and movies as a whole that showcase heart. Our nominees are Tarzan, obviously You'll Be in My Heart. Oh my goodness. So good.
It's in the title there.
Nacho Libre. He's literally fighting people for orphans to eat.
For the orphans.
For the orphans. How to Train Your Dragon. He goes to kill a dragon, and then that dragon becomes his best friend. And then he convinces his whole town of killers to coexist with dragons. Spoiler alert. Then we've got Hercules, the underrated superhero film. He is only used for good. Very, very powerful. Very, very protagonistic, if you will. A lot like King David in the Bible, I would say. Got a little flaws here and there, but overall, strong character. Then we've got Apollo 13. Now, Apollo 13 has a lot of heart because having the heart and then connection back to Earth is what saved their lives in the end.
Like their heart kept beating, and so they survived in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the winner of the most heart category goes to Hercules. It's just an overall heart-filled movie, and you can't help but like yearn for the character to succeed because he yearns for goodness.
Yeah. As you were reading the descriptions and talking about them, I was like, I don't know, it could be some of these other ones.
I know. This is a hard category.
You had some pretty good examples for these other ones. But
I know.
With Hercules, when I think of the songs specifically, like in the character of Hercules, I feel like there is a lot of heart there. And that's what would make me lean that direction.
He focuses on the greater good at all times. I think that's great. Yeah, Hercules wins. If you're mad at us, comment down below. For any of these, if you hate us, comment it. Say, this one should have win. This movie, Fantastic Four First Steps, got snubbed. What? Maybe it did.
Yeah, that's not a kid's movie, though, from our childhood.
That's true.
Well,
okay, so, Jonathan, I guess I'll do this one because this one hurts your feelings a little bit. The next category is the worst movie of the year. And I said LOL.
But I love these movies,
Yeah, no, they're
mostly.
Good. This is some of the movies that we love that are obviously very obscure or just are objectively horrible movies. I'm talking all of these probably have lower than 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. I mean, it's no secret if you listen to this show, I am very favorable to most of the movies and give them a higher score on Letterboxd than they deserve.
Yes.
But I feel like the ones for this category are the ones where we're like,
it's hard to defend them.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
We get it. We're still going to watch it. We love it.
I still have a soft spot in my heart for it, but like,
yes.
Yeah. I don't have the nostalgia bias of those, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so worst movie of the year goes to, it doesn't go to, these are the category, or the nominees. Bean, Christmas with the Cranks, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and The Big Green. And you might be asking, guys, what are these movies? Like, I've never heard of these movies.
Like, get Disney Plus and watch them.
Yeah, I guess they're all on Disney Plus.
Probably not Bean, but yeah.
Bean, yeah. Bean is an obscure character in America, but he's like a national treasure in England. But still, this movie, out of all of his work, just isn't the best.
And this one didn't hold up for you. Like, you were definitely like, some of the humor
I don't
was
even
like a little
it that much
edgier and
anymore.
stuff. Like, I don't know if I'd show the kids this,
Yeah, I don't think I would. Mr. Bean's Holiday, for sure I would. But this one, no. Christmas with the Cranks. A lot of people say it would be a C tier Christmas movie, but I would say it's a K tier Christmas movie.
Is that good or bad?
Just K for Cranks. I really love this movie. It's really great. It's also, Christmas movies get a pass for being bad because it's all campy anyways.
Yeah. This one's overhated on Rotten Tomatoes, but at the same time,
sure.
like, it's not great.
it got a lot of votes in our staple bracket,
Yeah,
so you know,
yeah,
people
I
like
liked
it.
it more. I mean, I thought it had good moments in it.
And then we got Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. It is a sequel to a not beloved superhero franchise pre MCU. Uh, although it does have Chris Evans. Uh, yeah, people just didn't like it, and it's not very good either.
Yeah, it's
We
kind of
do have soft
convoluted.
spot for the first one and the second one, I guess, but it's bad. It's okay. It's bad. Um, and we have the Big Green, which is just more of an obscure one that if you've watched it, you'll love it. But it is also really bad, like
I
poorly made.
I do think I held strong on this one and gave this one a pretty good review,
Yeah.
but I can see
Honestly,
where
this
it's
one
not.
has a lot of heart too. Honestly, a lot of sports movies have heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just not very good, and a lot of people agree that it's not very good. But our winner would be Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. I think what's the Rotten Tomatoes on here? We gotta find this out.
Well, I don't think it's as low as like um, Christmas with the Cranks. That was like a 6% or something like that.
Really? Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like Fantastic Four was like a 30 or 20%, something like that. You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, 38%. But we don't. This isn't a Rotten Tomatoes podcast. This is
Yeah,
us.
no, no. I gave it pretty low. I feel like it was like 2.5 for me.
Yeah.
Um, it and really like I think we talked about it. Like seeing the new one, the new Fantastic Four, helped me understand like the story of that one better with like the
It did.
villain and stuff. Because I
Yeah.
was confused when I saw this the first
Yeah,
time,
why is this
and it wasn't
space
that
guy
great.
here?
But
Yeah.
I do love like the Fantastic Four and the actors that played them in those 2000s movies. So like, I don't know. I still like it, but it's definitely probably
It's
the worst
definitely
one we
one of the
covered.
worst movies we've covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Maybe not the worst we've ever covered, but for this year, yeah. All right, Jonathan, what's our next category?
Well, this one I'm excited about. This one, Sense of
Okay.
Adventure Award. Like I love
Me
a good
too.
adventure movie. You know.
Scratches the itch in
Hmm.
your brain.
Yeah.
If you have an
Um.
itchy brain, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few nominations here. We've got Apollo 13, National Treasure 2,
Hmm.
and Atlantis.
Okay.
We could probably put Tarzan in there too. That's got an
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah, Tarzan's in there as well. Yeah.
But I think
Well,
I was really torn between all three of them. Really, they're all so good
yeah.
in different ways. I
They're
mean,
all
Apollo
different. Yeah,
13
because
is a great like survival story. It's
yeah.
so good.
And it
Atlantis,
actually happened.
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if you believe in that thing or not, but
Mm-hmm. Um, I mean, National Treasure too. We've already talked about our bias there. We just love those.
it's fiction,
We
but
love
it's
it. A treasure
believable
hunt,
fiction.
historical fiction is so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
Atlantis, like I, I've just I've thought about that so much since I was a kid. Like, what if
Yeah.
someone found it? You know, what if there was a hidden
Everybody,
city?
it's the ultimate adventure story,
Yeah. Hmm.
objectively, for years. Go ahead and read it,
Well,
Jonathan.
the winner of Best Sense of Adventure goes to Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Yeah, that one was a really tough one to choose, just because.
I could have gone with any of them, but I
Yeah,
felt like
happily.
Atlantis was. I just loved that journey and
And when
that.
you have to animate it all, that's even cooler for the imagination. So, yeah, no, we're good with that. Okay,
Want to talk about music?
music, best soundtrack. Everybody knows what we're gonna choose here, but let's go for the other ones before. We'll just say the losers, and we'll just announce the last one because it's an
Okay.
objectively the
Okay.
best one. Uh, best music soundtrack starts with Hercules. Really good songs. We've got um, I Can Go the Distance. Such a yearnful, good song. Then we've got.
Zero to Hero.
Oh yeah, I was going for the next movie.
Oh,
But
sorry.
yeah, Zero to Hero. We've got
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we've got the muses, like changing this into like a gospel choir style.
Mhm.
It's a pretty good choice. Then we've got Nacho Libre, A Real Religious Man. I am singing at the party.
Some originals.
Mucha Bachacha. You know what I mean? Those are just like too unique that they'll never be in any other movie.
When I was in the wilderness.
I ate some bugs, I ate some grass, use my hand to wipe my... Okay, and then the next one, Tears. And the winner is obviously going to be Tarzan.
It's got to be.
It's the only other Phil
Tarzan.
Collins movie we're going to cover.
Phil Collins is here. Everyone's got to step aside.
I feel like it's a crime that Phil Collins wasn't used more in the Disney World. The Disney animation. Knocked it out of the park with this, and then they put him on for Brother Bear. Blew my mind as a kid. Best song, makes you feel. He like reverberates in your heart whenever he sings.
Yeah.
Makes me want to listen to Genesis.
We've got like Trash in the Camp, Son of Man.
Dude, Trash
in
in
my
the
heart.
Camp. You'll be in my heart. Yeah, Son of Man.
Strangers
What's
Like
the best
Me.
song? What do we choose? I feel like Son of Man was the winner, right?
I love Son of Man. That one gets me hyped in the morning, you know?
It does. That should be a good alarm clock. Yeah. I don't think anybody would be mad at us. Oh, look. It's time to reset. What if that was like
The
a
lights start
random game show winner?
and the winner is
Yellow. Okay. All right. For our audio listeners, they have no idea what's going on. But my marquee sign flashed different colors, like it does after a while. Okay, so we're moving on to... Oh, did it again. That's weird. I'm going to turn that off. Back on. There we go. Okay, marquee sign is not a category.
Best Marquee Sign. No, the next category is Best Musical Score. So not the soundtrack, not the songs, the musical, but like the actual instrumental orchestral score used in the film. And the nominees are National Treasure 2, Apollo 13, How to Train Your Dragon, and WALL-E. They got some great composers in there.
When you think of National Treasure 2, you think of the iconic, heart-racing guitar, weird instruments, drums. Yeah. Love that.
But a lot of it's reused from the first one.
It's reused from the first one, which won its category a couple years ago.
It's great.
It's one of my favorite of all times. If I need to focus really hard, I'd put that on. Then we've got How to Train Your Dragon, which I feel like everybody loves that so much. Like the dragon, the flight lessons, flight training.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. That's like most people's top 5 musical scores if you listen to it these days. Because it's really good. I love like the resounding brass, like the tubas,
horns,
euphonias, and that's what got me in Prince of Egypt, honestly. And then just like the bagpipes in the back, good Scottish ad. And then we have Apollo 13. Yes, Apollo 13.
Yeah, that's a big contender.
It makes you
there.
cry. It makes you cry.
Like from the moment that movie comes on, I'm like, oh, the music is so good.
It's kind of got like another brass. It's like, but a trumpet, like it's doing sort of taps. Like it's very military sounding. I love that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, James Horner.
James Horner knows what he's doing. And then it's like a consistent with all of its themes throughout the whole movie. Like that's probably one of your favorites that you listen to on repeat.
It is good. It's got a mix of like songs from the time too, and the soundtrack album is one of those that it mixes in songs and like quotes from the movie.
Yeah,
and then the music. So it is kind of a weird album to listen to. Well, it is kind of like you're going through the whole story, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
Like if you listen to a musical or something, you know, like Wicked or something,
I do
you
like
kind of go through the whole movie. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like you get to listen to a movie. But we've got
And then
Wally
there's
too.
yeah, Wally. Wally 2.
Thomas
They
Newman.
announced it?
Yeah, well, not yet. Breaking news. Yeah, Thomas Newman. I do like the music here. I don't think it's like as good as Nemo type, score. But
I don't think so either. It's also it's very futuristic sounding, but robotic silly.
hmm
And that has its place for this movie, but as of like overall listening while I'm working, I don't really have to listen to that. It's fun, but it's whimsical.
yeah,
It's got a little oboe action in there. But I think overall, Jonathan, you want to announce our
yeah. I think the best musical score goes to How to Train Your Dragon.
that one was tough. That one was very tough because
I was fighting for Apollo 13.
yeah,
Here's how I'll justify this one, and I don't really need to. It's great. It's a great score, and probably most people are gonna like this. And I do feel like the How to Train Your Dragon score has transcended like to people that don't just like me that normally listen to a lot of soundtracks and stuff.
it's a
Like
gateway drug.
I feel like people know that one. They
Yeah.
really know the music is good in that one, and we'll talk about it. Even though
And
they're
not
not
just
like
because
soundtrack people.
Yeah, and that's not just because of the remake that just came out this year.
Yeah.
I feel like
'Cause
it's
it's pretty
just
much the same.
because it's like a gateway drug for people. Yeah, for people to get into movie scores to
Yeah.
listen to. So
Like I feel like Spotify will do a lot of like essential soundtracks type, playlists.
yeah,
And it does have a lot of like, you know, Nemo eggs on there, but like
Yeah.
I feel like How to Train Your Dragon is one that will show up on like an essential playlist. So
yeah. And that
I
being
think
said,
it's worthy.
the people that are getting into this use this as a stepping stone to get into some really obscure but really good movie scores. Like all around, I mean, it's got some bangers. I had 4 on my Spotify list that I had liked that wasn't even the test flight. So, like, it's good. It's all around good.
Mhm. Yeah.
But man, Apollo 13 though, that's a huge honorable mention.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it like unzips your heart as it goes. What's next?
I think it's time for the Chicken Joe Award.
Ooh, very prestigious
And
award.
I would actually like to add someone to consideration that I thought of just now.
Go for it.
Okay.
I just thought of
I
one
don't think
too.
it's gonna I don't think it's gonna change our heart on the matter, but
Yes.
I would like to consider them anyway. The Chicken Joe Award. Do you want to explain it first, Jeremy?
So our first ever episode of this podcast was us covering Surf's Up, an amazing animated feature. And there's a character called Chicken Joe, if you're not familiar. And he is just the best, most forgiving friend that is funny, but like is such a loyal friend. In
All
friendship,
around, good person.
good person, and then a character that really values friendship and is good to the world as a whole.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Chicken Joe is like the top tier type of person for that, Doesn't meet a stranger. And then almost to a fault.
Yeah.
And Jonathan,
Kind of naive.
I think we're thinking of the same person. If not, I'll say who it is.
Okay.
But you go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking of the Big Green, actually.
That's
And
the
I
one
was
I was thinking of.
Newt from
Bug
the
Hall.
Big Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newt.
Okay, who played Alfalfa. But he was like
Yep.
so good and so funny and
I'm
stuff.
your
and just,
man.
like, I'm your man. Like he was the heart of the team. Like
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
the
like
heart
he
and the
is
glue.
he's a Chicken Joe for that movie.
He is. He
Mhm.
is.
I'm glad you thought of him too, but
I did
I
think
don't
of
think
him.
I don't think it's gonna trump who like we are gonna pick for this.
I don't think so because obviously
But-
that movie was in the worst category. But
Yeah.
you guys would know what we mean.
hmm
However, the winner. Are there any others on this list that we should go through?
No, I think we already just knew right away. That was
we
it.
just knew it right away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some honorable mentions like Curtis, I guess. Not really. Not Curtis from Santa Claus 2. We've got Esqueleto from Nacho Libre.
He's not a Chicken Joe.
He's not a Chicken Joe. He's the opposite. Yeah, so the winner is obviously going to be Rowley Jefferson from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He's
AKA
the Chicken Joe.
Jeremy from 6th grade.
That's right. Man, Rowley is the most forgiving person to the most egocentric villain of the movie, kind of, Greg Heffley.
He doesn't deserve him.
He's so forgiving, and he's such a good friend, and Greg can't see that. So, but if you've seen that, and even if you've read the books, you know Rowley is just such a beloved best friend, neighbor. What a good kid. What a good kid.
Good kid.
Chicken Joe for sure. Okay, Jonathan, our last category before the big one.
Yes. We've got the best villain. All right. This one this is one of my favorites because we always come up with some good ones, I feel like.
I know.
But for like kids movies in general. But the best villain, we've got Stripe from Gremlins, or just all the Gremlins that aren't Gizmo.
Yeah.
We've got Hades from Hercules. We've got Plastic Santa from Santa Claus 2. We've got Mitch Wilkinson from National Treasure 2.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we were torn between two villains.
And I missed Ramses from Nacho Libre.
Oh yeah, Ramses is number one. What a mean guy. Doesn't say anything though. We were torn between two. We were torn between Hades from Hercules and Mitch Wilkinson from National Treasure. And I feel like as a whole, Mitch Wilkinson was a scary villain because you could relate to his story. And he also has a really good redemption at the end. He kind of died for his passion. Spoiler alert. All he wanted, he got what he wanted at the end, but he had to die for it. But he was still very scary because, like, at the end of the day, all he wanted to do was clear his family's name in U.S. history, and he eventually did. And I think that was really cool. But he did a lot of scary things to get to that point. Yeah. I would say he's a better villain than Sean Bean was in the first National Treasure.
Interesting. Yeah.
I would say that.
Well, yeah, I think that Sean Bean was definitely just more about like the money and the greed.
Yeah. He's just a one-sided villain.
But and I liked him in that, but yeah, I think he was a better because he was it was like Ben and Mitch were kind of like two sides of the same coin, sort of.
Yeah.
Like they both had these interests. They both had like deep ties with their families and stuff. But you know, he was trying to clear. They were both trying to clear their family's name, but Mitch was the one that was going to like extreme lengths to do so.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because he kind of had to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he was desperate, and the fact that, like, that's one of the most haunting on-screen deaths. Kind of off-screen death, but like
getting left behind,
and like, you know that it just didn't happen to him. He chose that to sacrifice himself for the protagonist. There's not many villains that will do that. And that's one that stuck with me, and I really love that. So I feel like the winner of the best villain goes to Mitch.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
He's so scary all around, and he's dangerous, but he has a good redeeming factor. So he's got a lot of depth to him. So
Hades is pretty close. I mean, what can I say? He is like
he's funny,
Disney villains,
and Satan. So you gotta hate him.
Yeah, we can't give Satan an award. We can give James Woods the award, but
we can. Yeah. For sure. All right, and that brings us to our last ever category for this year, and that is our staple bracket. And we basically went through the popularity of all of our episodes based off of how many listens or views we got on them, or comments or whatever. And I did a 16 single elimination bracket seeded. And we had you listeners on our Instagram vote for their favorite given. We did a head-to-head matchup for each movie. I guess I can go through the bracket and see which one. So, I guess I'll do the final four, I guess, right? We don't have to go through the whole thing. Because if you listen to it...
the final four.
Yeah, we'll do the final four because if you're listening to this and you know what's going on, you've probably already voted. And if you haven't, follow us on Instagram as soon as possible so that you can engage with us next year. So, our final four ended up being Tarzan against Nacho Libre. And then the Eastern Division was Hercules versus National Treasure 2. And this wasn't us. This was you listeners that chose this to the final four. So if any of these got snubbed, you should have voted better and convinced your friends to vote better. The winner of the Eastern Division against Hercules versus National Treasure 2 was Hercules. So Hercules, is in the final. Then the winner of Tarzan versus Nacho Libre was Tarzan. So the final two of the Stapliest Picture would be Tarzan versus Hercules.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, before I reveal the listeners' poll, should we go ahead and give our votes for these final two? Because basically how this works is we get a say because it's our podcast, and our listeners get a say because we wouldn't have this podcast. I mean, yes, we would, but we wouldn't be posting without you guys. And we love having y'all's input on this show, too. So, you guys get a point, and we each get a point, so it's a 3-person vote. It's a democracy!
Was that a C.O. Bibble quote from Attack of the Clones? I think it was.
Excuse me, C.O. Bibble? That was. Yep, got me. Best Star Wars movie of all time right there. Okay, should we say it on 3? Or should we write down our vote and show the camera?
We can just say it. Yeah. Well, I guess if we say... Okay, let me think through this. I mean, if we just say
I'll do mine first, then I'll do the listener's vote, and you can be the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
If there is a tiebreaker.
Okay. All right.
My vote is Tarzan.
Okay.
The winner of the staple bracket was also Tarzan. That's 2 out of 3. It's already won. Jonathan, what is your vote?
You know I'm going to go with Tarzan.
A clean sweep.
You just have to. It's a clean sweep this year.
Our Stapliest Picture.
You know, and when I talked about Tarzan in my review of it, I remember saying, like, this is a 5 out of 5. This is like essential viewing. Like, you got to see this.
Of all the Disney animation.
Like, but I did like the head-to-head of like Disney animation, 2D versus 2D. Like, I thought that was
that. That was really
a cool matchup at the end.
Yeah.
But like the songs in Tarzan are so good. And I just love.
So nice.
I think we both we kind of knew.
We kind of knew.
We were a little more fond of Tarzan than Hercules, but
yeah.
Hercules has a lot of heart.
Overlooked too, I would say, in a way. But Tarzan now on Disney DVD and Blu-ray. And if you would like to win this copy of Tarzan, we're giving this away. Our Stapliest Picture. We will sign it and put a keychain in it and a sticker. All you have to do is follow us and DM us or comment on our Stapliest Picture. You got to say, Phil Collins is the man.
Phil Collins.
If whoever whoever follows us on Instagram and types Phil Collins is the man on either YouTube, Spotify, or Instagram comments, will get sent this DVD of Tarzan with a little goodie bag of our Stapliest Picture of 2025.
Very nice. Blu-ray player not included.
Blu-ray player not included. It might also be missing the DVD, so sorry about that. I don't know where that went. But that's just so quirky of us.
Yeah. You got to watch it in HD anyway, though.
Yeah, so. It's so good.
Yeah.
That's our first giveaway,
right.
I think.
Yeah.
Instagram giveaway. So, our Stapliest Picture, Tarzan, classic.
Well, there we go.
There we go.
2025 Staple Awards is in the books. On to 2026.
On to 2026.
And some new things, maybe.
Yeah, new things, new books.
But still a lot of movies.
Tarzan is a book. We could do it again.
That's a lot of books.
We got a lot of books on the docket. So if you have any suggestions for this year and you want to follow along in our book club, let us know at Inside Quotes on Instagram. We might do like a little live reading if you guys are interested in that. We can do maybe a Facebook group for discussions, or you can just submit questions to our email at insidequotescast@gmail.com or our Instagram DMs. So,
or like if anybody uses Discord, I feel like that's a good place to like, have like
I've never
community
used
and
Discord
stuff like that. I've been in them before, and they're kind of nice. I do like it.
Really?
But,
okay, we could do a Discord.
But I just don't know that many people personally that like use Discord. So,
my brother-in-law has offered to be our Discord moderator, so that could be good. So yeah, we'll think about it. So once we get this started, we're gonna do one more episode before we officially kick off the book club. So yeah. Thank you guys for being a staple. We love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us after 5 years. We're going to ramp it up this year. So if you want to join us on this experimental 2026 book journey, let us know in the comments. But yeah, if you want to win this Tarzan, comment on Spotify or YouTube or DM us on Instagram. And we will... You have to say Phil Collins is the man.
There you
go. Okay. Well, we'll see you next time on Inside Quotes. Stay staply.
Peace be to Journey.
Peace be to Journey. That's a good clue for the next one. Because we're doing Miracle.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
See you.